Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
On the ready, 51, 51.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive. It's a 31-yard gain.
Here we go, here we go. 15 on it, 15 on it.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 24-yard line.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
Ready? Right. 49. Yeah. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go. You want to go? Let's go, D.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
On the double. You ain't going to run.
knocked back to the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boy. Let's go. Ready? 52, right 52. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Move, move. 52. Watch Mike. Get your swerve on. There you go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. B.J. Hill in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. Pass long distance now, let's go to that play.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, 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 hey. 54 is Mike, 54.
Back to throw here. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's make these babies cry.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You can't block me. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense.
Check, 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 check.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
49-yard line.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Tight end right, tight end right. You got 3 down. Check 26, check 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Rivers. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll set up a throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll drop the throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Buddy up! Up, up! 51. We don't want this. 51, Mike! Mike 51! You ain't doing nothing.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson throws right side, and that's complete. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. 40 to base. 29 to Mike. Don't get nervous.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 9th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure
under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jarrell Casey in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, Rivers. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come out in the pistol. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. 51. Here we go. Deep. All day. Defense.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fournette running right. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. And he's got room. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 25 yards that time.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He's got it. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. Finds his tight end, Ingram. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Looking to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
6 man.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Anderson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch the twist.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Gordon. 7 yards there and a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Come on.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This is Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Snags it for the pick. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They'll keep it on the ground. Rivers. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
55, my God, 55.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Robbie Anderson. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now again, right side, Rivers. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Back to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, he picked up.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Bills 10. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and it's 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about. About 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He may try and run for this. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Bills 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
49 the mic, watch 49. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But I'm hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Got it!
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Ravens, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.